Hello, tankers and gamers. A momentary change here with a somewhat controversial tank, or dis annoyingly hated tank in the Type 63 HG90. And for the haters who hate this tank because it's essentially a premium reskinned tech tree tank, I agree with you. I love the tech tree tank, and when this came on sale for 6,000 gold, I was like, oh, I gotta play it despite the haters. So I have experience with the tech tree tank. I love it because, come on, it's a boat tank or a tank boat. Either way, it is really interesting to see. But yes, it is. This tank is a premium skinned version of that tank, and yeah, it's a bit of a lazy cash grab, especially when it first came out, and it was, I can't remember off the top, but ugh, that premium package of probably like 14, 15,000 gold. Ugh, yeah. I can see why people want to pass on it then. But for those who say it's not a light tank because it's too big, it should be a medium. Eh, the post-war era tanks were getting more experimental and crazy, and if you're right, for a light tank, it is big. It is great for speed, and like all light tanks, if you're looking at the screen right now, it suffers from the hero skin nerf. As in, the hero skin for this tank only has 3% camouflage bonus, while the regular camo has 6. So, yeah, that's a thing for the premium light tanks with hero skins. Weird. Kind of sucks because that hero skin's kind of cool. But either way, I'm setting this up for more of a party boat because I have fun. But for the it's serious tankers don't like this thing because it's not a light tank, which is why you should adapt your playstyle and treat this more like a tank destroyer. I know that can be hard for some players who get really comfortable with certain styles of tank or tanks that are a certain way. Like, they get used to heavy tanks with a lot of armor and a big gun. So if a lightly hulled armor tank comes along and they have to really try to angle the tank right, to really try to get it to work and bounce shots, they get all flustered because, like, I like to drive around the corner, I like to side scrape, I like to go boom, and I like to make the tank go away. I'm more of a jack of all trades. I try to be as good as I can with all tanks, so I'm more of a versatile player, which this tank and this tech tree kind of work because they are the same, almost no difference, are really good as a tank destroyer. Play it as a tank destroyer with mediocre camouflage concealment setup, and you'll see yourself performing better. And this is a great tank destroyer with awesome speed. Oh, going off jumps, well, yes, terrifying because it is a light tank with no armor. Oh, it is so much fun as an American who, Dukes of Hazzard and Evil Knievel in my veins. It's like, yeah! But also, the 105mm boom snout is wonderfully accurate. Accurate enough to be like, yes, I even put on the 6x zoom to really push home the tank destroyer aspect I'm going for. This is a definitely shoot and scoot, if you will. And here on this map, Severusborg, I'm still getting used to it, so I was kind of being a little more cautious. If I was in a medium tank, which there's so many medium tanks in Cold War, and so many of the mercenary contracts, premium tank contracts, medium tank and heavy tank focus, that I'm getting really good at medium tanks, and it makes me feel like bored. But anyway, speaking of heavy tanks, well, the FV411. Watch that. Keep an eye on this FV411 right here. I I am trying to aim for all the weak points, and here you'll see me try to aim for what should be a weak point is the cupola. I agree with Plague, the lead tank designer, in that the modernized periscopes that adorn the front of that cupola really need to be looked at because they are way too impressive of spaced armor, especially for anything above 90 millimeters. Like, that should not have the armor it does. But anyway, so I'm moving up here, definitely knowing where all the hills are I can hide behind. And yes, I know, doesn't have gun depression. Wah. Wah. I don't care. I make it work because daddy's good like that. Now here we have the other tank, very similar to this, the Object 934, which I will be doing a comparison video in the near future. That the play styles really are similar. Also, they're both amphibious boats, but they're not boats. Remember that, okay? There should be a sticker for that, but... And I think both, they have the same complaints. It's too big and too slow for a light tank, but it doesn't necessarily hit hard enough or brawl well enough to be a medium, per se. Although, the Type 63 HG Tech Tree and 90, they both have such great speed. They really, when it comes to running gun and hauling ass, this really puts the Leopards on notice, and I love that. I love being able to get in, get out, get around. Yeah, you're actually kind of bigger than a Leopard in this tank, but have you taken it off a jump recently? Go off a hill. Go for the air. Have fun. All right? Screw your Win 8. Going for those kind of stuff will just make you miserable. And now, as you're going to see, I'm going in to help the last remaining of my teammates. I know I'm not going to brawl, so I'm just going to try to get in, find some soft targets, do damage, because I'm not running, I'm not hiding. I'm not going to loop around the map to try to flank all 10 of the remaining team or have them go to the base. Nope. This is if you have an aggressive play style, but you're capable of being sneaky, you can have fun in this tank. So long as you use your teammates to spot the enemy and you hang back for the first part, and then at the end of the match, pick up the scraps, and you can be brutal in this tank. I love this tank. It's fun, and I hope you can at least enjoy the technician. Go for that. And I hope the RNG is in favor, and you keep your tracks on the ground. I hope to catch you in the next one.